Today we continue with the new Seiko Prospex releases to review, and this one is part of the Black series. This is the SLA067, which is a recreation of the 62 Mas case, which is originally from a dive watch that they made in 1965. The first made in Japan, with water resistance, legibility, and durability that made it standard equipment on the Japanese Antarctic research expedition, and propelled Seiko into the forefront of dive watch design. This is the most sporty of the 3 new limited editions, with an all-black design and high-intensity Seiko fabric strap. It has a theme that is meant to invoke the thought of you looking through a night vision scope when looking at the dial, and even features a special version of LumiBrite. This piece also has a lot in common with Grand Seiko, which we'll find out about a little bit later in the video. But will this be that tactical piece of equipment that will suit your diving needs, or will you just go and buy a G-Shock? Let's find out. What's up everyone, it's Chris with the Little Treasury channel. Welcome back. This is where we bring you original and in-depth watch content at least once per week. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be alerted as soon as we upload. I'm from Little Treasury Jewelers, which is located in Gambrills, Maryland. And it's where you go when you're in the know. As always, the watches that I review are for sale and can be purchased, so please see the description below to contact us. If you're just joining us now, I'll go over the watch's detailed measurements and features, and then I'll offer my personal opinion at the end. In our last video, I reviewed a brother to today's watch in the Seiko Prospex SLA067, which has a unique light gold toned case and an astrolabe dial pattern, plus an interesting brown tone on the bezel and strap. I recommend checking this one out if you just want a more unique diver watch altogether, and one that can be just a little bit more dressy. Wrist check time. Today I'm wearing my Omega James Bond No Time to Die Seamaster, which is really what I wear most when I'm not at work, since it's just so lightweight and just so understated. I'd imagine that you would get a similar use case out of the SLA067 that we're reviewing today. Now tell me which watch you're wearing while you're watching the video, and make sure to tell me why. Now let's get on to the features. My measurements for the SLA067 are a 41.2mm case width, a 13.1mm thickness, a 47.4mm lug-to-lug, a 19.8mm lug width, a 31.5mm crystal diameter, and weighs in at 109.53 grams. The case is in stainless steel with a black hard coating and is the 62 Mas recreation, which has a large flat surface at the top in matte finish and a small area of Zaratsu high polish, just like Grand Seiko's, at the edges. The sides are matte finish with more Zaratsu finish beneath. A screw down crown can be found at the 3 position, and it is simple with no logo. The sapphire crystal sits flush with the bezel. The bezel is in black and is most likely aluminum with a surface hardened coating applied. It turns unidirectionally like a dive watch should, and let's go ahead and test that action. The action is good and it does feel nice for the price point. The clicks are quiet, but they do have that unique Seiko sound and feel, and it does line up perfectly, just so you all know. The dial is in black and has stripes of texture going across it. And Seiko hasn't told us what the meaning behind this is, but please let us know in the comments what you think it should represent. A white minute grade can be found along the edge of the dial. The dial markers are black and are thick and rectangular with high polished edges, and a small mini marker at the 3 position. Seiko can be found in white at the top middle portion. The hour and minute hands are black and paddle style with high polished finish, and a simple second hand that has a rectangular loomed area at the tip. The date window can be found at the 3 position with no frame and a black background with white numerals. Automatic, the Prospex symbol, and Divers 200M can be found on the bottom middle portion of the dial in white. Vivid green LumiBrite Pro can be found on all dial markers, the hour and minute hands, and on the pip of the bezel. The caseback is closed and has a wave in the center. It has limited edition with the limited number beneath it. The movement is the high torque 8L35 caliber, which has been assembled at the Shizukuichi Watch Studio, which is where they make Grand Seiko pieces. This movement has been based on the Grand Seiko Caliber 9S, but has slightly different specs, being it beats at 28,800 beats per hour and has a 50-hour power reserve instead of 72 that's on the 9S. The accuracy is rated to between losing 10 and gaining 15 seconds per day. It is typically placed in high-end Prospex dive pieces and is rarely seen. The strap is a high-intensity Seiko woven fabric in black and has black hardware with Seiko on the keeper and a simple pin buckle that is unsigned. The Seiko SLA067 is 200 meter water resistant, is limited to only 600 pieces worldwide, and can be yours for $3,100. Now for my personal opinion. So let's get the most obvious thing out of the way here. NATO straps are not my favorite thing and look funny on my wrist, in my opinion. But many people will love this heavy-duty Seiko woven NATO because it feels a lot more premium than the cheap ones you often see aftermarket. It also goes great with the tactical idea behind this piece and will probably make sense with the style. I, however, would gladly pull this off and order one of the more premium rubber strap options from Seiko, which would be more my style. The watch does look great on my 6.5-inch wrist, as you would expect from a 62 Mas piece. For a black coated piece, it is very premium and has the Zaratsu finish beneath it, as well as a great 8L35 movement and textured dial. So this really does have a lot to offer for the price tag. The lume on this one is crazy and you will definitely enjoy this at night. This piece really has a lot to offer, and if you're after a tactical styled piece that is very premium in feel but not crazy on your budget, and also very limited at only 600 pieces, this may be the one for you. Thanks for watching today, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. And of course, if you did, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share with all of your friends and your family members too. I look forward to seeing you next video.